We had a few questions about what school life is like in England, so we invited 2 people to give their thoughts about their experiences. We're going to be answering the questions with our 2 younger brothers.
So my name's Yi-sung, I'm 20 and I'm a university student.
And I'm James and I'm also a university student. 19.
Okay.
I study, well, we both study mechanical.
Yeah, both mechanical engineering.
Yeah, but he goes to different uni, so.
I go to Newcastle.
I go to Bournemouth, which is much better. It's not.
Go to lectures, go to seminars. I had about 8 hours of lectures a week and like 6 hours of seminars a week.
I think we had around 8 to 10 hours of lectures a week.
We got like 8 modules, but we only do like 6 at a time. So I'd usually go in at 9 and finish at like 6 p.m. with like an hour break. And that's most days, like 4 days a week.
Gee, that's
it's pretty hard.
I mean, my first year I had 4 days a week. I always had 9 a.m. lectures, but then I would finish latest about 1. And then sometimes I'd have like labs at like 6 or 7.
I wasn't in uni that much. I think it's because most of my course, the exams were like essays and stuff, so instead of spending lots of time in lectures.
The one that will make me the most money in the future. Yeah. I think people just do what's best for them. Like for me.
What they enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be happy choosing a course that I would not
Yeah.
want to do in life.
I think in England it's more like you go for what you want to do rather than, oh, you got this grade, you should just go and do that. I feel like just the culture here, it's like, oh, do your exams, get your grades. If you don't get your grades, take a gap year, redo your exams, and then hopefully that you'll get into the course that you want to.
Basically, I obviously applied for mechanical engineering, and then my grades weren't that good. They're all right. They're all right, but like they weren't as good as I hoped. But luckily, on the results day, I called up the uni and they offered me
I basically went down the same route where my grades weren't as good as I hoped for. And then the uni that I had an offer from, they said you can do a foundation year instead of going to year 1.
How was that?
Possibly the worst year of my life. I didn't like it. I won't name a uni, but it was Coventry. But after my foundation, I transferred to Bournemouth University because it's just near home, isn't it? So
Obviously, it might be different if you really want to do medicine and you've got really bad grades, then maybe that's not the course for you. But most of the time, it's work hard for where you want to go. Yes?
Yes and no, I think.
I think from the schools that we went to, because it's quite a good school, like everyone's really competitive, like all the students were really competitive.
I think it's becoming less and less important on what ranking your universities are nowadays, but
a lot of people used to go on the uni rankings and be like, oh yeah, I'm 6th in the UK.
yeah.
Okay, when I was studying at A-level, I was looking at the complete university guide all the time when I was looking at the ranking. I wanted to go to one specific university, which we both went to, but once I got in, it's the same.
Yeah,
it's a university.
It's a university.
Over here, employers look for your grade and how well you did, rather than what university you went to.
A degree is a degree. So
Yeah. And I feel like a lot more people are moving away from the traditional, you go to uni for 3 years and all that. I think a lot of people are doing apprenticeships,
going to jobs.
going straight into jobs, online unis, all that stuff.
Obviously, it's like if you went to Oxford, well, yeah.
Also in Cambridge is a different story. If you went there, great. Yeah.
Or
You'll
LSE.
get your-
Yeah.
No, not for me.
I can't remember. I think they were both hard.
Yeah, they were both hard.
But I don't think it's easier to get into uni.
It's hard to get into uni, especially if there's a uni that you really want to go to.
Is it? Because if it is, I'm screwed.
Not gonna lie, first year was still quite hard.
Do you struggle?
A bit, some of it.
How did you do? What average did you get? Oh, you did better than me.
2-1.
Yeah, you did
Not too
better
bad.
than me. You did better than me.
I think dissertation is obviously the hardest.
Yeah.
Other than that, I wouldn't think it's actually that hard.
Yeah,
Is it
it might be, yeah. Like you can choose modules that you want to take at uni. Like you have like one free module that you can just choose anything. So I chose a language, and I purposely took Chinese because there were lots of Chinese students at uni. So I like befriended a Chinese person who also took who speaks Cantonese. So we both took Mandarin because they're like two different languages.
I think the important thing is you just get your foot in the door to uni, and then you worry about that problem later on. You don't need to worry about it now. You got to worry about that second and third year.
Oh, we have to start worrying about them now.
we got a couple weeks.
I had a good school life.
Yeah, I had a good school life and uni life.
Yeah, same.
The schools in England are a lot less strict and like more relaxed.
Yeah.
And it's a lot less
Not
pressure.
intense.
Yeah. Because I hear stories in Korea where it's like really, really bad.
Yeah, like you have to like go to school from like 9 to 5 and do independent study from like 5 to 11.
And we're not about that life.
Yeah.
No.
England is quite good because you have things like apprenticeships these days. You can take a gap year. You can retake exams. So, and there's so many unis out there like that will have your course at different grade entries.
And loads of good unis as well.
Yeah, it's not really where your grades take you. It's where you want to.
A lot of people from Korea think universities in London are probably the best.
No.
But I can only think of a couple that are really good in London. That's it.
Yeah, not all.
I can only think of like 2 or 3. Most big town cities have a really good university.
And that's done. Yeah.
오늘은 여기까지.
It's your boy, Care Silent.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to tag my Instagram below here.